The family of Mr. Chen, a successful tea merchant, is haunted by misfortune. It all started with the death of Xiangling, Chen's wife. Immediately afterward, his eldest son fell seriously ill and seemed to lose his mind, so the servants started to whisper that Xiangling had returned and is now roaming the mansion in the form of an evil spirit. To understand what is going on and protect the family members from the ghost's intrigues, Mr. Chen turns for help to a Taoist feng shui master named Wang Zhizhang. He must put Xiangling's soul to rest and remove the curse from his family. Everyone knows the adage that great things are seen at a distance, and it's strange to remember now that brothers Danny and Oxide Pang, who began their careers in Hong Kong in the late 90s as editors but quickly transitioned into directors, were once considered by some to be among Asia's key horror filmmakers. This began with the horror The Eye, which launched the brothers' directing career in 2002, a movie that was undeniably professional but very secondary. Up to the end of the noughties, the Pangs tried to repeat the success of their debut. They made 3 sequels to The Eye, Recycle, and Forest of Death, but brothers seemed to get worse and worse at making movies together, so in the end their paths diverged. Oxide switched to action, crime and war dramas, while Danny continued his creative search in the genre of thriller and horror. Mainland online cinema had taken him once before. In 2017, Danny Pang directed the thrillers The Double and The Story of the Insidious Shadow for online platforms. Both movies appeared on Chinese streaming services in the first week of September. Exactly 6 years after that dupe, also in the first week of September, appeared Exorcism, a folkloric detective disguised as a mystical horror flick. And, unfortunately, absolutely nothing in the film does not give away that it was shot by a man who once significantly invested in the popularization of Asian horror and was considered one of its most prominent representatives. It's not that Exorcism is bad. On the contrary, by the standards of this kind of movie, it's quite a solid project. It's just that the hand of the creator and visionary is not felt in it at all. Danny Pang uses the same techniques that were used by dozens of his predecessors, directs tense moments about the same way as others, and generally refuses to stand out and make a step forward from the line in any way. It feels like the movie was shot by an artificial intelligence that has mastered its craft quite well, but is completely devoid of creativity and any ambition. Nevertheless, let's repeat, the movie as a whole is still not bad. Its English language title can be misleading, because exorcism in the Western and Eastern sense of the term are quite different things. So, in this case, it's not about possession and driving a demon out of a person, but a more abstract deliverance from some evil force that poisons everything around it. In the key twist of Exorcism, its authors remove mysticism from the story and transfer the plot to the plane of a quite down-to-earth detective story, tied to opium smuggling, and the title of the movie suits it on this level too, as it is supposed to be according to the obligatory doctrine of modern Chinese cinema, there are no evil forces, and all evil in this world is done by people.